Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, Henrich, welcome back. Thank you for coming. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Get your camera to work and I'll put you on there, Ranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, thank you, Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, my Lord. Whoa. Oh, Krishna, 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 hey, Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, Krishna, hey, Krishna, hey, Krishna, hey. Hey Krishna, hey Krishna. Welcome, my friend. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Swami step. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shamaguri, I'll put you up when we do our japa there because you can't mute your mic. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just hang in there. Just stay there for a little bit. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'll bring you up in the japa portion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Nityananda, Gora Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay, we'll do some japa now. You can put your microphone on there if you want there, Ranga, and we can chant japa together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Good morning, my friends. So nice to see you all. Thank you for being here. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. Please protect me by your good wishes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Rama Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare.
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Ah,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare 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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
oh my Lord Sri
Hare Krishna, Hare
Oh my
Krishna,
Lord Sri
Krishna
Krishna, oh
Krishna,
my
Hare
Lord
Hare.
Sri Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Oh
Krishna,
my
Hare
Lord Shri
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Kama
Rama, Hare
Kama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Jaya
Hare
Jaya
Hare,
Sri
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama,
Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Radharasa Sudanidhi. Oh Shri Radhe. Oh Shri Radhe. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh Shri Radhe. Oh Shri Radhe. O great treasure of bliss. O Shri Radhe, O great treasure of bliss. As when the best of lovers falls at your feet and begs for the nectar festival of a single embrace, will I see you knit your eyebrows and hear you say, no, no, no. Are you also like Krishna out there? Are you begging for a festival of bliss? Are you kneeling at Radha's feet and just begging for a single embrace? That's Krishna. Everybody's more or less like Krishna. How do you think these poems are composed? Devotees, they say this is how it is. We're like little Krishnas. You're like a little Krishna without Radha in the world. See, we're looking for Radha. That's why people externally, they're out there looking for Radha, man. They're looking for, oh, Radha is in nature. And you see, because Krishna, when he sees nature, he sees, oh, Radha, this is Radha. See, we're looking for happiness, and you get some happiness. You go up in the mountains, go to the beach. This is Radha in that form, the mode of goodness. He said, goodness. See, the modes of nature are reflections of our moods. See, stormy, angry, totalitarian. Oh, yes, sometimes with Krishna, you obey. So, okay. Ooh. See, reflection. Pretty dark though. It's Mahamaya. It's called. See everything. Yeah. So we're like these. Everybody is like a little Krishna, ultimately looking for the happiness that Krishna got. He knew, oh, Radha, in her spiritual potency, spiritual form, that's real happiness. See, that's our job here, to make that attractive to people. When it's like Krishna chanting and saying, Radha, man, you're basically, Radha's name comes first, doesn't it? Radhe, then Krishna. See, so we're like these little Krishnas say, hey, Radhe, man, I want to understand my true self. Our true self. Let's see. There's only one real self. It's the sun, man. Right? The sun. The sun has its rays. We're only rays. So where is the true self? Is it this false identity that we're identifying with? We're identifying with things in the modes of nature and the material body. No, no. It's the sun, man. It's that source. We're all just rays from that. See, surrender is just surrender back to our ultimate nature, the greatest happiness. you know, trusting that source more and more and more, chanting with that mood. See? So we're like little Krishnas without Radha right now. Well, not all of us. A lot of you guys are getting Radha. See, Radha is this ecstasy. One devotee, that Kamalkanta, he was saying, I don't understand. What is this laughing about? If you tell a joke or something, what is this laughing about? Well, hey, that's Radha, man. That's the potency. That's why the devotees are happier. That's what keeps them around. It's Radha that's keeping you around. You're all like little Krishnas, male or female, it doesn't matter. Without Radha, you're like little Krishna without Radha, man. In separation. Therefore, you look out there, okay, okay, it's in a man, right? Oh, yeah. And then you find out right there, Shamaguri, it's not quite in a man, is
Oh my Lord.
it? But now this is good, isn't it? It's in her. Oh, yeah. Potency. Ooh, it's love.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's right.
feel so much connected, Gurudev. Yeah.
It's
When
good,
I
isn't it?
chant in tune with you, oh my Lord, this is so much pleasure, so much treasure.
See, pleasure potency. That's Radha, man. So we're all like little Krishnas looking for that ultimate pleasure. Pretty soon you're going to see more and more people will come here. They go, God, I don't know, you seem kind of crazy, but you're kind of crazy happy. That's Vrindavan. They're crazy happy there, man. You know, it's just this ecstasy, man. It's the best kept secret. We're not keeping it secret anymore, are we, man? We're not no shows out there. No, no, I'm sorry, it's too confidential. No, what are you talking about, man? We're promoting
Oh,
Radha, man. Radha's bliss and happiness. See the treasure of bliss. That's my treasure. I totally relate to Prabodh Saraswati. I got that's my treasure, man. This great Radha, man. Great treasure of bliss. Yeah. I
and
show up here every day, 365 days a year, multiple times. Yeah, go ahead.
so many people around me now,
Yeah,
they
it's
see my
amazing.
happiness. They see my
Yeah,
happiness and they,
yeah,
oh, what happened to her?
yeah,
last,
exactly.
last night, I tell you, I was invited from neighbors. I
Uh,
know them a long time, really nice people.
uh,
And their son got married and
uh,
they invited me to this marriage ceremony. Big, 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 big.
mm,
And I was dancing, and laughing and just happy. And
yeah,
they say, wow, what, you got such a beautiful smile. They said, okay. Yes,
yeah.
it's
Well, yeah,
so, so, so nice.
it's natural. You found a place where the ultimate happiness is. So it's going to be more.
Yes,
You're going to stand
yes,
out.
really. I feel that so, so, so deep. So deep.
Same thing with Fanny. She was telling me, her family, they wondered, wow, she looked, before they were kind of like resistant to what she was doing. Now it's like, hey, man, look, she used to have to lay in bed a lot. Now she's up and full of energy, she says, and happy, and it shines, it shines. And this is how, this is the witness program. If we're doing, if,
Mm,
see, um, a bad tree doesn't produce a good tree doesn't produce bad fruit.
the
So
food.
this is
Yeah.
transcendental fruit, and yeah. So and the more we're
Mm,
getting purified, um, the more it shines. Just like Jesus said, "Let your light shine before men."
yeah.
We got this light, and we sharing it just by people start to notice, like, wow, man, yeah,
Mm,
this is really different. So the Lord wants Vrindavan mood. See, Vrindavan was very secret. Even when he came here, Krishna, Radha, and the residents, it was very closed up. It was like a fortress. You couldn't get there in there easily. Very hard to get in. Kamsa was
mm,
actually the guard. He was guarding it. He had a decree. Anybody who goes to Vrindavan will be thrown in jail or killed or executed. Very, see, authoritarian. But that was protecting the Dham because the Lord wanted it that way. It's all the Lord's desire, everything. The Lord's desire to do this now is the Lord's desire. And the only freedom we're going to have really is that freedom inside. Right now
yes.
it's getting more and
Yes.
more intense. If you
Yeah.
saw what's going on, everything in this 2023 is locking down big time. It's a lockstep now. So starting with Australia and New Zealand and Canada, they're the prototypes, and so they're locking. I mean, like really, with I could show you a video what they're doing in Australia. It would blow your mind. And it's
Mm,
real lockdown. That's coming everywhere. What are you going to do? This is the only alternative when, where we could stay in the inner universe with Krishna because this is a whole
yes.
world of itself.
And this is the only place right here in our Sangha and
Yeah.
nowhere else. I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's horrible. Even in ISKCON, it's all coming to light. All these sannyasis, heavy pedophiles, they've been, all the people, their suppressed memories are coming up, the devotees, and they were raped by so many of these, many, multiple sannyasis and stuff.
Oh,
The Kali Yuga is in big time in all religions. It's truly like that. So that anyway, it's just what it is. That's why Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion and take
Right.
shelter of me. It's
Mm.
time for everybody to make, you,
Now I know what that means. I never understood this. When I
yeah,
was taught, I was reading this verse. I said, "Huh? Give up all kind of religions. What is this?" Yeah.
yeah. This is materially motivations in
So
there,
true. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of bad actors go into these places because that's what they're sent into religions where they're influenced, and they go right into becoming sannyasis
Mm.
and to see the rule. And what is their habit? Their habit is pedophilia. See, that's the demons. They infiltrating everything. So it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's God's arrangement ultimately to bring people back to Him and say, "Hey, man, have
Mm-hmm.
you learned your lesson? Get the hell out of this material universe because you never know. It could be a good situation sometimes or a bad one, and when
Mm-hmm.
it gets really bad,
Yeah.
authoritarian, and you lose all your freedoms and all this." Um, so better to get your spiritual body and be like Narada Muni. He comes in when he's preaching. He can associate. The demons actually like him. The demons invite him in because he doesn't hate the demons, and he doesn't love the demigods. He only loves God. See, and that gives you full freedom to be anywhere in the universe, in heaven or hell, because
Mm.
they recognize you as a servant of the Most High. And it'll happen here for devotees here. You'll see people, as you're getting purified of all that crapola out of you, people will respond to you differently. You won't cause reactions in them, like we're doing even amongst ourselves. This is all
Mm.
our crazy past, which is gradually going. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Oh, where was I? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. What happened here? I lost my thing. Is it this one? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, we're back on track. O my heart, please turn from the great things of this world. Oops. O my heart, please turn from the great things of this world and run to Vrindavan, where the great treasure, the nectar flood, delivers the devotees from this world, is Sri Radha's name. See, delivers devotees from this world. This is this love. It's not just the name that delivers you. Yeah, the name, but the feeling, man, the feeling with the name. See, the name is Krishna. That's the absolute truth. It's the conclusive understanding that the name is the deliverance, but it's not complete in itself. It needs Radha. It needs that love for the deliverance. See, that name, the great name that awakens devotion, see, is the deliverance of the world. That's why you could see, like another question from that Kamalakanta was, okay, well, what is this laughing? What is it about? Well, the laughing and crying, and is these are symptoms of love for God that only liberated souls have. Well, sometimes Mayavadis have some semblance of the symptoms, but not. But their desire is to enter into Brahman. It's different. Devotees, they want to enter into an eternal relationship of loving God, and tasting these mellows. See, that's the difference. See, so that truth is Krishna, and the feeling is Radha, is understanding those truths. See? Without this devotion, you can't understand Krishna's deeper aspect. You maybe understand Krishna according to rules. Oh, Krishna is the rules. Yeah, well, you're being ruled by rules. See, but there's this level where Krishna is these loving relations. See, this is what we're teaching here. But you have to be qualified with Radha's love. See, this devotion. Okay? And then you see that you have a more juicy life. Everybody starts to see, oh, these people are different. You got a little more light than most people. Of course, it's a liberated light. And it starts to burn brighter and brighter where people begin to see it. See, they begin to see it. They begin to see where a real guru is, a real representative of Krishna is. That's how Prabhupada did it. He basically, what he did was he wrote books because he was passing out magazines and people weren't coming. And he was already actually an acharya. And then somebody said, you should write books because people will listen to people who write books. You notice how you write a book and that's what they would do. Oh, he's an author. Let's listen to him. And so when he went to America, he had these books, a few books, and he preached from those books. See, by the action of the book Bhagavat, see, and the devotee Bhagavat, see, the love of God awakens in you. But the only thing was, the reason why this love, something happened in devotees. They got very juiced up and inspired, but more just to raise. He didn't bring out the confidential enough. See, he brought more, okay, here's your word that we're going to give you from God. Here, rules, regulations, build temples, get purified first a little bit. Okay? And that's even now, the most devotees are still on that level, right? They look at this and, what's going on there? So, you just by how people respond here, you can see why Prabhupada preached like he did. They're still, working on that. To after a while they get tired of these, having these kinds of, let's put it nicely, these materially motivated sannyasis and gurus often, uh, controlling them and telling them what to do when they're actually no better. Maybe they're a lot worse than they are, because this is Kali Yuga, man. Isn't it? I mean, read 12th canto, man. It's all in there. These Brahmins, they're worse than Sudras, are going to be your authorities. Look at the politicians. Come on, man. Can you imagine? These guys are just, all they want is money and they want to just bilk everybody. And they say they're worried about everybody else cheating, and they're the biggest cheaters. So much hypocrisy. What is Kali Yuga? The age of what? Hypocrisy. See, and deceptions and lies and all this. Look what we got. The truth. See, the truth is setting us free. You set many of us free. I'm set free. I just live in the truth, man, and my life is
We got the truth and to choose.
got the juice and the truth. Man, my
Both.
life is. They used to say this he's pucka. He's pucka. He's dressed real nice, with straight teeth. But one of those, I had one of those in ISKCON. Guy Bloop, man. He was so perfect. This guy is such a perfect, pure. Look at the pure brahmachari and everything, perfect stilak and everything. One day he was gone, just blooped. He was pucka devotee. But I don't go, man. Not now. And especially, I know how to be a pucka devotee. Just keep loving that name, man. Keep chanting that name, getting close to Krishna, closer, closer, and just more and more eager. Just keep being the pujari. I'm just a pujari. You didn't know I had a pujari hat. You don't see my white dhoti, huh? No, every day, my flame, my heart, Lord God, that's my flame. Just waving in front of the name, man. Ooh, Krishna, tears coming out. There you go. That's the water in the conch, just a pujari. Go, Hari, it's just a little pujari. You're all pujaris too. We're making pujaris here. See? Next step is manjaris.
Oh.
Next stage. From Pajari to Manjari. When your eyes are filling up like that. Or gopi, whatever you like. It's up to your taste. You're right. People do not have higher level of respect for someone who wrote a. Who, yeah, they have a higher respect if you read a book. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if I wasn't so lazy, I would write. Actually, you could make a bunch of books from all our lectures. My God, you can. They make books from the talks of these satsang leaders. Well, we could do the same thing here. Making books from these talks, transcribe, make a nice book, and say, "Hey, man, Gohari wrote a book." So there you go. Anybody wants to do that, you can take so many lectures and put them together nicely, and with all these conceptions, and the right people read them because people read books. You'd be amazed at what will happen. People, yeah. I used to like to just read these verses and just kind of just relish them. Now I just can't. I just feel like I have to talk about them. I just read the verse. I just want to speak. What it means is I don't know why. I used to just like to just and now it's just like, oh, I read just a sentence of these confidential book things, and I just want to talk about it. Oh, I lost the place again. What did I do that does that? Okay, bear with me, everybody. Okay, documents. Oh, I always do the same thing. Vaishnava books. Ah, there it is. Okay. Hare Krishna. That was weird. Yes, 10. Okay. Yeah. Sri Radha, O great treasure of bliss, when, as the best of lovers falls at your feet and begs for the nectar festival of a single embrace, will I see you knit your eyebrows and hear you say, no, no? Yeah, and if you've noticed when that's happening, that in your when you're looking for that love, sometimes there's a no in it. You don't quite get it, but that causes eagerness. You chant with eagerness, looking for that love. That for a single embrace of that love, you want to embrace that love. So it causes this eagerness, and that's another reason why sadhu sangha is so important, to actually see devotees communing with Radha and Krishna. You're having that company to see what it looks like to have the company, to be in the company of Radha and Krishna. It's a loving, ecstatic relation. See, people need to see that. And by seeing that, you begin to enter into it and desire it. See, otherwise you don't know that exists. That reality doesn't exist. It's just in a book. It doesn't translate into anything. It's beyond your own experience, okay? And beyond the experience of most Vaishnavas in Vaishnavism or anywhere. See, so you need ultimately a devotee to bring that relationship between their soul and Krishna in this world, if you want, if and where people can see it, and then they begin to desire it, and they get the rays. It purifies their anartas that are in the way. The obstacles. It gets the obstacles away, and by their word, your ignorance is destroyed because you hear the essence of truth. See, and then you start entering into this. See, it starts to awaken in you this the rays remove these obstacles in your heart, the weakness of heart that have been weakening you. The Maya weakens your heart. It puts you in prison. See? Prison of this weakness of heart. You lose strength and you lose knowledge. See, you start to become bewildered by Maya's knowledge, which is ignorance. You start to think the world is all in all. You're just here to eat, sleep, have a great family. It's all about your family, right? I see these movies. You do it for your family. Everybody's talking about it's for the family. They live in for their families lineage. And but what is that? Without this, what is your family lineage? You can't even liberate them. Yeah. This is why it said this is the greatest thing is to become a real devotee. People have the opportunity to become a real devotee of God in the ultimate sense, and you liberate 21 generations forward and backwards. I don't have to do any of these rites. This is all the external thing, ceremony, the rites for your ancestors, and you can't do anything much for them. You just do these external rites. You got no spiritual power to do anything for them. And we got even gurus and sannyasis who have their disciples, and they can't really do anything. They don't have this, man. They don't have Radha's love. They can't distribute Radha's love and liberate people so that people can experience this taste of this liberated bliss, this great treasure of ecstatic bliss. See? You need to be a liberated soul in the mood of Vrindavan, in this line here, the real line. Doesn't matter what you wear. No, are you in this truth, man? Is this truth in you? Is this ecstasy in you? Is this knowledge in your vision? Then it can become in the vision of others. So you become programmed with the truth. Oops. Oh, that's what happens every time you go off. Okay, I think I know how to do this here. Let's try it like this. I have to put you like this here, I think. Like this. Let's try this. Yeah, okay. Uh, okay, I gotta go back and do this again. May Sri Radha, who is personified nectar ocean of perfect spiritual love. See, what people see here is perfect spiritual love. See? This is perfect spiritual love. This is the kind of love you never see in this world. And the Lord is giving it to us regardless of our karmas. And that love itself is dissolving like a solvent, dissolving all our past. After a while, you get so sick, you'll throw it in the garbage can. See? Because this is perfect spiritual love. Perfect spiritual love is being given the qualification to love Krishna. And that's why the reason for Lord Chaitanya's descent is to give that qualification. But first, the only way to give it is charity begins at home. He had to taste that love before the public, and the public gets it by his tasting it. You notice we do the same thing here? This is why you're not getting a bunch of rules to rule your lives. You're getting the love of God to rule your lives here. This is the great gift of Lord Chaitanya. It was authorized. Prabhupada came to me in 1996 and said, now start distributing this love. You're qualified. I was worshiping in this level for years before that. What, am I just going to go back, myself? So Prabhupada said, yeah, no, this has my approval. You share, awaken this love in people, make them really happy. Yeah, can you see how this love is so great that it makes you really happy? You see how it starts to shine and other people start to say, hey, this is really different. Well, Radha is very different. Her love is very different than the love of the world. The love of the world has always got some little impurities or a lot of them. People love you as a business. This is spontaneous devotion. You know, you naturally think about the welfare of others. You naturally understand that this is your greatest welfare is just to keep on loving on God, man. This for spiritual greed, it's called. That's the motive is greed. Can you imagine? You have the motive in the world is greed for money. See, greed for money is impure. That love of money just pollutes your heart. The greed for a beautiful man or woman pollutes your heart. The lust. And that's why we are always not perfectly satisfied for the love of money or for the love of man. It pollutes your heart. And you're manipulated by those objects of your love in the world. See? So this love is the only way out. This is the only thing, the only freedom that you can have. You can tolerate anything with this love. Look at people who are really sick here, and often look, River's on a machine for 30 something years. This makes it tolerable. Without this love, things become intolerable. That's why people are committing suicide. That's why they're taking shelter pharmaceutical drugs to numb themselves out because it's so friggin' depressing in this world and getting worse. That's why they do whatever they can to get away, to escape. Alcoholism is rampant now. Drug abuse is rampant now. Why? Because life is becoming intolerable for those who don't have this. You need to have a love for something else. They're lamenting, oh, I had such a nice home. I love my home and it's being taken away. I love my freedom. My freedom is taken away. Ah, so they escape. They just escape. They just don't know about this. Yeah, this is also an escape. Yeah, you need to. Actually, this is a transcendence. You don't really you escape, but you transcend this level of consciousness. This level of consciousness is down in the lower centers now. Power, control. See, power, control, manipulations, and sense enjoyment rampant, and also lust, greed, all of these things. They're pushing people's consciousness into that box, okay? So that people need the awakening of pure love of God. See,
This is
without
the
it,
best escape ever, Gurudev. This is the best escape ever.
the
Yeah,
great escape.
the greatest gift of all.
Yeah. And this is a good one. See, this one is not like a lot of people try to escape and they say, oh, it's bad to escape. It's only bad because you escape into drugs. That's not, it's a karmic
Yeah,
thing. It does bad things for your body and your mind. They escape into alcohol. That ends up doing bad things to you. They escape
horrible.
into, yeah, yeah. They escape into suicide. Then that's not really good either. But escaping into this is perfect. We need to, this is that why it's not really, it's an escape, but it's a transcendence. We transcend
Yeah,
this. Our energy and our consciousness is lifted up into this. This is why you got to go through the door, because the demons are trying to stop people from this, but they won't stop here because this is authorized. You don't know, behind the devil, behind Lucifer, behind Shiva on this level is their Lord, and they know it. And they will let you through because you only get in this way. You get in through the bona fide spiritual master empowered to deliver you. They're the warden here. They work together. Those every you come here, man, they're standing on the sidelines. The Lord's Maya is on the sidelines here. They know, or he knows, Lucifer knows the authority is here of his Lord. People think that Lucifer doesn't know God. You're a darn tootin' he knows the Lord, man. He knows the Lord and he knows his job. I know his job because I'm in this disciplic line and this knowledge is given in our line. But most people don't understand that you need Radha's love to understand that.
Yeah.
So he'll let you through. You come here, he said, "Oh, you came to the right place," because there's only one door, and that door is the bona fide spiritual master giving the conclusive understanding of the absolute truth. No other door. No demigods. No of these angel things. A lot of times they're
Yeah.
fallen angels. Just they shapeshift. They change their shape and look like an angel, and they get your attention. Got one of those here in Playa. She doesn't know she's bound in illusion. Can't get it. Just really bound. Always in her memories and all, and thinks that's the real path. Her angels have got her where to thinking about the past and always talking about mundane things. Here is a liberation from all of that, because this is the door, bona fide spiritual master. If she or anybody else doesn't understand these things, they don't get in. Maya's right there in so many ways. Nobody can overcome the Lord's Maya. There's only one way, the Lord's real grace, and he does it specifically. That's why he said, go in. Jesus said, go in the narrow gate. The narrow gate is the one empowered by the transcendental Lord
Mhm.
to liberate people. This is why Chaitanya Charitamrita is so beautiful. The truths are so pristine and perfect. When you're ready to be delivered, you meet a bona fide spiritual master who teaches you these confidential truths. See, by the action of that book of the confidential truths, the Bhagavats, and the devotee speaking them to you, all of your
Yeah.
ignorance goes. And what's born is true love forever in your heart. And make you happy, and you pass that on to others. Otherwise, people are just getting nonsense in this world. Nothing very strong. All paths lie upon Krishna like pearls on string, but boy, do they take a long time. But this one is quick, right up the mountain, top of the mountain, and you stay there. You're not thrown out. So it's time for people to know the truth. The demons are revealing their truth, and Gohar is revealing this truth. You want to
Oh.
come with us if you want to live. I mean, really love it. Have a party every day, man. We have a party every day. Why would you want to have a party? Don't you see? Laughing and crying. We're raving for God all the time. It's a big rave here without the drugs. Looks like, man, they're on something, man. Yeah, we're on God. We're in God. He's in us. He's happy and we're happy. Going to
Without my
say,
antidepressiva, I don't need them anymore.
throw him in the toilet. Huh? We almost at that
Yeah,
point.
he has taken that burden off me. He's taken that burden off me. Oh my Lord, he did it.
Open the
He
door,
did
man.
it.
Otherwise, all you got are those drugs to tolerate this bullshit.
Oh,
This is the way to do it, huh?
yeah,
Right there,
so
Amy.
amazing.
I always knew I had a guardian angels protecting me. Yeah, that's right. The best thing that these angels can do is lead you here. See, but you gotta believe in what here. They believe, that's like, just use her an example. Here in Playa, her life changed so much when she was here. You know, and everything started to flow. So her angels could only take her that far. And here
Oh,
it was like. And then to actually say to me, well, actually, Chanting's not my. Well, how arrogant is that? How ungrateful! Hey, well, that's why my Lord. Okay, well, go out there. Go back to your angels and your path. God. Yeah, your God. You were sad. She was so sad when I met. Like a, you know, could barely feed herself or a dog or anything. And now she gets a little happy and she's on her own, like big back into the arrogant
oh,
demigod. See,
so
usurp.
ungrateful.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
ungrateful.
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't even want to no calls, nothing. And then I meet her. I could tell, how Pearson wants to get away. Oh, really? That's what you think? This is mundane. That's your punishment, man. The Lord has
mm,
bewildered you. And now she has her friends that came and they, help her now, and she thinks that mundane. Oh, now I'm sitting pretty. No, you're just riding on a tank of gas you got, and it's going to run out
Mm. Yeah.
if you're lucky. I mean, just so people. I mean, we people need to learn. This is you're lucky to meet. To be delivered out of illusion. Sometimes it's a little hard for people to get, so I help them along a little bit. That's why you guys can you're their hope. It's like I have to play the bad cop, and you guys can be the good cop. Teach them some lesson. Show them your what do you call your realizations and stuff, and maybe they get it, maybe not. Yeah. Stumbling upon Gohari in this amazing grace place was the greatest luck I could imagine. See, that's called gratefulness. See, that's when you really this is why it shows when you really are happy to have this relationship with God, the Lord gives you the right understanding. See, otherwise, if you come here for some motive and it's very strong, and then you're always kind of cheating to and in your heart you really didn't want. See, so ultimately comes down to is you got to realize. See, this is why the Vaishnavas are arrogant, and why this person arrogant also here. The arrogance is, oh, I still like my path, even though it didn't do them that. It helped them a little bit, and the same thing with the Vaitis. It helps them a little bit. They're still arrogant. They're not finished. They still have hope that their recycling is going to get them back to Godhead. They still have hope that their rules are going to get them into Vrindavan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That has to be dashed. At some point, they got to realize and becoming hopeless because it doesn't get them to where they think they're going. They're being led to there'll be a blind wall there. See? And what is Krishna and Guru? They're the shelter, the helpless, and the hopeless.
Mm.
And in other words, you lost hope in the Vaidhi path to really get you all the way. And you lose this demigod. That's all demigod worship. It's not the truth. They're just demigods. They don't have the power to deliver you. They don't have the power to take your sadness away. Sadness is not connecting with the ultimate. Your sadness is going. See, when you connect with the true Lord, there you go. You got it. You know it, man. It's undeniable. Oh yeah, I'm happy now. This is real happiness. And you just keep going in there until you really get it, what your happiness is. Even if you stumble sometime, you get bewildered by Maya, so, a lot of
Mhm.
bad habits and stuff and inexperience. And sometimes you got to go and get some experience. But the deeper you get, that's why the deeper we go into this, the more you realize that this is it, man. See? You see, it was the answer to my prayer. See, she wanted this, which was to understand the truth of what the heck is going on in this strange existence I have found myself in. Everybody, you see, a lot of people don't ask that question. That's the question that uh, uh, Rupa and Sanatan asked Lord Chaitanya. He said, "Why am I in this world? Why are we in this world? Why am I in this world?" The same thing. Uh, why am I suffering? Why is everybody else suffering? Why is God doing this? Why? See that now you're inquiring and if you inquire from the right person, only a liberated person can give you the right answer. Only those who, like it says in Bhagavad Gita, approach a bona fide spiritual master. They have seen the truth.
Mhm.
Okay? Seeing the truth is Krishna's name, and if you're really seeing the truth, doesn't mean you're seeing the name. You're seeing the truth. You're experiencing the love of Radha, which reveals the truth of that name, the happiness in that name, the sweetness of the name, the amazing grace of that name. See, now you found completion in the name. The name is in you because the name is very attracted to you because of that love. Was attracts Krishna's only attracted in devotion, and that's in you now. You got the gift. You got the gift. Narayan Raj couldn't give the gift. ISKCON can't give the gift. Prabhupada didn't give the gift. It wasn't time. He gave that to Gauri Das. He said, 99, okay, you're giving the gift out there. You have people coming to you and you're telling the confidential truths and showing it, and they're getting it. This has my full approval. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. You do more of that. You do more of that with the finger. He gave me the finger. You don't
Jai
want,
Srila Prabhupada.
you want this finger. You do more of that.
Hmm.
There's a difference between this and this. That was the dunda. He gave me the dunda. He gave me my sannyas. Didn't he? He gave me the finger. Here you go. Take the finger. Take my. It was so heavy for me to carry anyway. You carry it for a while. See, I didn't know he was passing me the dunda. It's not so bad. I don't even think about it. This is part of the action.
Oh.
You come here if you're lucky if you get this finger, not this one. I gave one of those this finger. Okay, you go on your own then. You take the hard path. Let my
What to do?
disciples, they got compassion
What
on
to
me.
do?
Well, it's all part of the Leela. Don't worry about it. You'll see it always. The Lord, once He gets a little hook in you, He doesn't let go, even if it takes a lifetime or two. You can see Rangalekha very deeply considering all these things. Very attentively. Got him thinking deeply about all of this. So, Rangalekha, give us a word.
Hello.
Hello
That's the
there.
word. I've got just recently my life has changed completely again. I'm going to Turkey and mixing with Lolita. It's put me back on a firmer basis. And I'm wanting to transmit and promote bhakti everywhere. And listening to you is wonderful. It's really wonderful. It really gives me a fillip. It really gives me a lift up. I'm feeling so lifted up because everybody out there wants to help me and giving me advice and things, which I'm taking most of it. And because my mind is open, it's really open now. It got closed a little bit, but it's opened and it expanded. And it's because of you actually that it has expanded. Everything comes down to you. If you look at our Sangha and everybody in it, everybody comes down to you in the end, whether they're here or not. It all comes down to you. And if they're not here, then they're not getting the juice that's coming through you and going out to us.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're there for the juice, which is coming out to us, we become sort of happy. Which is great. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And then you'd be happy with everybody. And I had a lot of happiness beforehand, so it kept me instead as I was going in my own way. And then the doors were closing slightly closing. and then you came again into my life. You see, you're not going to let go. You say that the Lord's not going to let go of us, but you're not going to let go of us either, because you're empowered by the Lord. And if I remember that, if I remember that my Guru Gora Hari Das is empowered by the Lord, I will be empowered by the Lord, because that's all you're doing. You just use the filter. The Lord is speaking through you, and Prabhupada speaking through you, and all the rest of the beautiful people are speaking through you, and you're speaking at us. So, eventually some of this at us is going to get splattered all over. To get off. I don't want it to get off because it's there. It's there. It's shit. If you see my face in HD or whatever, it would be all covered in mud and everything like this. And it's all got Gora Hari Das written on it. Gora Hari Das written on it. And this is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can get off or you want to get off. You can soap and water. It doesn't have any effect. It doesn't have any effect at all on you. It's soap and water, that is. But the Guru Gora Hari Das that's in there, it's coming in there, it's coming straight down here and bursting out of me all over the place. It's so good. So good. I feel so wonderful. Just listening to Srila Gora Hari Das passing on his knowledge in this way this morning. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful. And he even asked me what I feel like, and I can therefore feel to everybody else to show them.
You look like 30 years younger. Like you got a new lease on life.
Yeah, well, only from here upwards. From there downwards, it's not. I want to go. I want to go to India now again, because this coldness and this cold sort of atmosphere is making me horrible again. So as soon as I get my passport back from the office, I got stopped coming back, from Turkey by the passport authorities, and they wouldn't let me through. On 3 occasions, they kept saying, "Get your passport sorted out." So I've sorted it out now, send it off to the passport office to get it done, and then I'll get a visa. Can I get a visa for more than 2 months? Because that's all they're doing now is 2 months of visa. Because
Wow.
I'm British, and they're against me. Modi's against me.
Why don't you go to Portugal or somewhere warm,
Well, that's a good point. I'll take that on board, and I will go. I might go to India and then go to Portugal. Or I'll just go to Portugal.
Yeah, or somewhere. I mean, go just somewhere warm. You don't have to go all the way to India because India, is getting more strict, and there's a lot of things. Yeah, just a lot more regulations and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you want to go somewhere warm, Portugal. I think is Portugal warm now?
I think it'd be warmer than Great Britain.
Yeah, somewhere. I mean,
That's for sure.
wherever is close and warm, like over there.
Yeah. Norway's quite close. But that's colder. Paddy Perry said, nah, there are no regulations in India now. But
Where there's no regulation, where?
in India now.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's okay.
Maybe it's all right.
Yeah.
So I want a 6 months visa anyway. Anything, you know. So I
Yeah.
want to stay for a long time. And then I'll go to Portugal after that and,
Yeah,
and drink
yeah,
some vino down there.
yeah. You got
Oh,
somebody to help you with going over to India?
yeah, be nice. Be nice. But I'm not worried. Anything will do, you know. So I've got somebody over there I can get hold of and it'll look after me for a while. So,
Mhm. Oh, yeah. You got somebody? Okay.
yeah. Let's go to Bridge Bossy.
Yeah. Ah.
But I'd like someone to go to Goa with me. Goa.
Oh, Goa.
Yeah.
Boy, you got big plans there, Grangalega.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'd like to go to New Zealand as well. That's a bigger plan.
Oh
But
no, don't go. I tell you, those places they're draconian lockdowns now. You know,
are
you
they?
gotta watch
Why?
it. It's New World Order, man. They've been planning this
Fuck
for
the New
some.
World Order.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
yeah, it's okay, no problem.
I meant pluck it out and smash it up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. River, why don't you read us something? Read us the prayers of Queen Kunti. Weren't you reading that before a little bit?
I'm going off Gurudev, but I will still listen.
Okay,
Okay?
great.
I'm
Okay.
going off, but I will still listen.
Okay. No.
Haribol. Haribol.
Thanks, Ranga, for the report.
Okay. Would you like me to start from the beginning, Maharaj?
Yeah.
Okay. It's chapter 8, canto 1 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you, Maharaj. Praised by Queen Kunti and Brikshit saved. Sutta Goswami said, Goswami said, thereafter, the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Ganga with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. I'm going to read that
Yeah,
again.
and see, this is ultimately leading to see every this the the ultimate idea of this is to deliver water to the dead relatives. Basically, first of all, we're all relatives, ultimately in the highest thing. Okay, we're all relatives, and we're here to deliver water to them. What is the best water you can deliver? Tears to the zombies. You know, we got these walking zombies now. Without love of God, you're more or less a zombie. I mean, it's just the way it is. See, so we're here to deliver. Now, this is the highest level of preaching. What I've just told you now, nobody's ever said. This is like completely new revelation. But this is the truth. You know, we're here to deliver water to the dead relatives and make them relatives because they're dead. When they're dead, you know, we can't relate to them. You know, you can't interact with them. They're walking around dead, walking dead. See, so we deliver our water, our tears, and our ecstasy, ecstatic chanting. See, like this, and wait and see. Now we give them water and we give them new life. See, so we get the walking dead while we're here. The dead probably listening up there, but you know, we're dealing with people in this world. That's why we're here to give our tears. This is our offering of real water, the water that you know, the of life to people, you know, where they get the love of God in them. See, the love of Krishna, the love of Christ in them. See, so now that's the real offering. That's the now you're waking up the forefathers and people in the world too at the same time. Very highly auspicious what we're doing. Go ahead, you know.
Okay. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganga water, they bathed in the Ganga, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. There sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaj Yudhisthira, along with his younger brother Dahastra,
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra, wow, Gadahari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Citing the stringent laws of the Almighty and their reactions upon living beings, Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected.
See, the stringent, that's the whole purpose of the Vaidhi, is to help people, because the laws are so stringent, and difficult, that the Vaidhi Bhakti thing is to get a little bit of relief from the actions and reactions, but you don't get full relief from them. It's only when the love for Krishna, love for God, in our line it's Krishna, right? So for the love of Krishna, relieves you from the stringent laws of material nature. That's why this is where it's all going. Is that love of God, because that brings you back into the Garden of Eden. Vrindavan is the Garden of Eden explained. See, it brings you back into closeness with the Lord, and now the Lord takes care of you. See, the Lord takes care of you because you're so close with the Lord. It's just like, and the world is like that. Can you look? What if you were the friend of the real intimate friend of President Trump? He's going to like you so much. He's going to give you money, right? Wouldn't you? If you have a friend that really gives you happiness, right? And you're rich, he's going to give you, man, hey, man, I'm going to give you a car. Elvis Presley did that for his friends. His servants were like his friend. He says, man, he gave them all Harleys, man. A motorcycle Harley, man. Those are expensive. You give him Harleys, you got him everything. Oh, we'll set you up with an apartment, a car, and whatever, because he's rich, filthy rich. Come on, man. This is the way it is with the Lord. You get in with the Lord, close friend of the Lord, singing the same thing. Wow, man, I like this. I like this River Yamuna, man. I like this Ranga Leka, man. They're my buddies, man. And he's clean rich, man. He's got all the riches. Let's see, set him up with this, set him up with that. Let's set him up in the city. Yeah, man, because she's my intimate friend. How much more so this is true for us who become bosom buddies with that master of a billion Trumps, that master of a million Jesuses. That's Lord Caitanya has given such a gift to people here. See, given such a wonderful gift. Yeah. Go ahead, read on. Oops. I think she is. Let's try this. Oh, yeah. Go ahead there.
Okay, Maharaj. Sorry. Okay. The clever Duryodhana and his party cunningly upsurged the kingdom of Yudhisthira. Usurped, sorry, Maharaj. The kingdom of Yudhisthira, who had no enemy. But the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous, is that right? And the unscrupulous king was joined with Duryodhana.
With the grace, everything is all codes. Sorry about that.
It's okay, Maharaj.
Yeah. These are all codes of how everything can work so perfectly. See, by the grace of Lord Krishna, the Pandavas got the kingdom back. So this kingdom on the spirit level, on the spiritual level, this is how we recover our spiritual kingdom. That's why you see Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world." See, he recovered the spiritual kingdom which we all belong to. By the grace of the Lord. See, that's why the Lord says that we need his helpers. See, his helpers are his real intimate devotees. See, so they help to recover that kingdom for them too. See, because you're all like kings and queens, man. It's the truth. Jesus was like a king, right? See, with a kingdom. Oh yeah, you're all like this, yeah. Because and with that, when you follow the real process, you become you get that kingdom that Maya has usurped from you. She took all your intelligence, took all your love, and turned it towards illusion, turned it towards material objects, turned it towards dogs and cats and goldfish and money and all of that, and usurped your love and put it into material things, making you think that you are the body, you are material thoughts, and you are material emotions. You see, usurp the true kingdom of true knowledge, the essence of all knowledge, and the essence of all real pure love of God, pure feelings, all taken away. See, so the Lord, when you're like an Amy and everybody else here, and you come into this submissive condition, you realize, hey, I tried everything, I couldn't get out. I even tried Vaidhi, and all I got was a bunch of pedophile gurus. Or maybe even got a good guru, but he only could give me good things, make me a Brahmin. But my heart ain't satisfied with just being a Brahmin. See, when your heart ain't satisfied with anything in the world, you become a ripe candidate for this preaching. Because maybe you'll listen. How would you listen if you think you know everything about life? You know everything about Prabhupada's books. You know everything about Jesus and the Bible. How are you going to listen? Because it's by listening and by hearing that you start to get this kingdom that's been usurped from you by so many illusions in this world. See, the Maya usurps. She's the usurper. Don't, people blaming this person. Oh, it's his fault. They're all puppets from Maya, man. You ever hear that? Puppets for the elites and everything. These guys are puppets. Well, the puppets are the puppets. The Rothschilds are puppets. Klaus Schwab is a puppet for the illusory potency who works under the direction of my Lord Krishna. Well, he delegates. He does. He just likes to play in the job. He delegates to Vishnu. He's the one that pulls the strings here. That's why you do Vaidhi. You're kind of worshiping Vishnu in the name of Krishna, but that's all it is. It's in the name of Krishna. How do you know? Oh, no ecstatic love, man. When you chant Hare Krishna, that's how you know you're not really worshiping Krishna yet. You're worshiping by name only. When you start to see the tears, man, the Radha's love, causes tears and laughter and all of that. Okay, now we're talking about the real Krishna. Now your devotions start to become real for Krishna. Okay, that's where you get that from the real spiritual master, the real representative of Vrindavan, who is a resident of Vrindavan and proves it in the world. And they want to prove this love to this world, that it is sublime and superior to all other paths. You come here, very quickly you'll become on the path of Prema Bhakti. It's a path. It's a pot of gold. Go ahead there, Rita.
Okay. Okay. By the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings were joined with Duryodhana, were killed by him.
Duryodhana.
Duryodhana.
That's okay.
Sorry, Ma.
Sorry.
Others also died, their duration of life having decreased for their rough handling of the hair of a Queen Draupadi. Lord
Yeah,
Sri Krishna.
she was a devotee. And our thing is, our duration of life is decreased automatically, and that doesn't mean that you die. Your life, that when you're miserable, this is why on the Vaidhi path, one of the biggest obstacle for them is not what they eat, is how they treat the liberated souls that have come here to deliver their buttocks. See, otherwise their life is diminished from the rough handling of the devotee, ecstatic devotees here. Rough. Yeah. You ever see some of these Ram Das Rijavashi? That's rough handling. Your life is decreased. What is that life? The life is the happiness you see here. This is real life. See? Your life, and then you go around like a prune. You ever see some of these sannyasis and Brahmins who are proud? That means your life has been diminished. You don't get the real life. I don't care about your body living and dying. No, no. Your life, your energy, your happiness is not excessive. You walk around with a prune and then you see ecstatic devotees and you rough handle them and then you become more of a prune. Your life is diminished more. You become a miserly guy. I see it all the time. I see so many of these sannyasis in the Raj group. They rough handling of the devotees even. They're proud because of pride. See, their life is diminished. They become prunes. They become like on the path of Ramachandra Puri, a fault finder of devotees. But Haridas, you're also a fault finder. Yeah, I find the faults. I find this is putting you in the darkness, man. And here, I'll let this word lift you out of that fault. See, that's a whole different way of looking at fault finding, but only from chanting in ecstasy for a long time can you identify faults and lift people out of them if they want to come out of the darkness. But if they love the darkness better than the light, no, I love being a rough sannyasi and having all these guys, that I manipulated and I beat down, into, don't you question my authority, I am the science. They do that in this religious stuff. That's not very humble of you, questioning my authority. You comply. What is it? This is. See? And then you follow their orders, you become just as miserable as they are. See? That's the secret here. Look at you. You're becoming as happy or maybe even happier than Haridas. Ooh, different result, huh? Simply because this word is, this word can lift you out of this dark stuff. Okay, so here it's a different result. There you follow these sannyasis and religion and all this. They get a little manipulation and maybe you're raped a little bit. That's what reports I'm getting. Oh man, their suppressed memories are coming out. Yeah, man, these guys, not only a gang of them, not just one sannyasi, groups. Okay, it's different result here. You see, this word lifts you up into your heart, into your relation, awakened your relationship with Krishna. And it's very nice, isn't it? It's nice to be enlivened instead of deadened. See, this is you get the power to give life, not take it away, not to usurp it. See, this is why these. If anybody says that they represent Krishna consciousness now, of becoming conscious of Krishna, now they're usurping that truth from you if they can't do it. See, and if you can't, see, we can do that. We bring people, draw them into the true kingdom of this relationship, eternal relationship of loving Krishna. See, we give you a Slurpee. They usurp. See, usurp. Take it away from you. That's called religion. See, when you come here, you kick the ladder of religion away and just are living in truth and spirit, the spirit of love.
Yeah.
So you don't need that anymore. You follow the path of prema here. And if you're not feeling the prema yet, you just keep listening and you'll feel enlivened and you'll be stripped of all your miseries. I don't know why everybody would. Why are you religionists? Why do you gurus? Don't you want to be a real guru? Yeah, you come here, we'll teach you how to speak life into people where they become as liberated as you, and you'll be happy about it. They'll never leave you. They will leave them now because they find, ultimately they run away. Because you'll run away because you get too much karma from them and you can't dissolve it. You come here, you become real gurus, man. You'll get real ecstatic love for God, which is the power to liberate your disciples. Otherwise, you die in glory. You become inglorious. You misrepresented Vrindavan. I mean, that's really the truth. You're out there walking around, and you're an idol. Idol worship is even abhorred by in the Moses. Thou shalt not worship anything before me. But go Haridas, your people are worshiping you. No, not really. You're worshiping what I'm worshiping. That word that comes out of my mouth is my life and soul. I'm just delivering it to you, and you're saying, very good, it's giving me life. Yeah, because it's my life. I'm giving my life to my friends. I also worship this. We're worshiping together this word. This word, you can check it. It's all in the book. It's the liberated soul, the resident Vrindavan, who delivers you. I just speak the truth. And you just are lucky that you found somebody that actually does represent, and not the fake guru, not the imitators, not the ones that lack this true knowledge. Hey, it's great luck. Hey, you won the lottery. How do you know? How do you feel? Is this an extraordinary experience for you? Well, when you find the real guru and you find the real God, because you found the real guru, with the real guru, you find the real God. With the real God, you find the real guru. And they both become the most important thing in all your lifetimes. Why? How do you feel? You got anything? Yeah, when you find reality, the reality, the highest truth is Guru, Krishna, and Guru Sadhu Shastras. You notice that's all here. You got real sadhus who have real love for God, and you got a real guru, and you got the real Shastras being preached. What else do you need? You found the essence of real happiness. You notice it's the three, right? Satchidananda, Guru Sadhu Shastra. Ah, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. You see, it's three. Always, you got to have the three. We got the three here. We got the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We got Satchidananda. We got Guru Sadhu Shastra. There ain't anything in this whole universe, is all of them better than having that possession. What's muted? Where's the real light? Ranga, it has been muted for 1 hour ago? Oh, maybe you're muted. Something to do with your thing. Maybe restart all this. Maybe.
Frozen.
Oh. So anyway, somebody help him. Why he's muted, I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah. Is there what he's not hearing? Is the main thing? Is he hearing? Yeah. If he's hearing, it's okay. He's hearing. Yes means well, okay. Anyway,
Yes, he was nodding, so he can hear us.
okay. So stop sending me messages. You know, let me. I'm preaching now. The main thing is hearing. Okay, go ahead. Read on there. Read on.
Okay, thank you. Lord Sri Krishna caused 3 well-performed horse sacrifices to be conducted by Maharaj Yudhisthira, and thus caused his virtuous fame to be glorified in all directions, like that of Indra, who had performed.
Yeah, yeah. You see, these are horse sacrifices. So that's and your fame increases. So the Lord, see, this was before Lord Chaitanya came. Now, this Sankirtan movement, when you get Guru Sadhu Shastra together, this is the greatest sacrifice because the fame of the real Shastras, the real Guru, and the real Sadhus and will spread all over the world. The real God will be preached in this world, and that's what's happening here. This is every day we coming here, and this is for you guys who don't come so often. You're missing out on the greatest sacrifice. You should come regularly as possible, because you're missing out on the greatest, most rare sacrifice in this world. This is 1,000 times more powerful than Maharaj Yudhisthira's sacrifice of a bunch of horses. Okay? We're sacrificing on the level of the gift of Lord Chaitanya has given us and the fame of the true devotees. See, the true gurus, the true devotees, the true conception of the Lord's grace of in this Kali Yuga, the true how to get this pure love of God is being the fame of the Lord Chaitanya here, and that grace is being promoted now. Otherwise, they're not promoting it. They don't have the power to do it. They don't have the real Guru Sadhu Shastra yet. They're speculate on the Shastras. They speculate on what is a guru, but just by their example of not being a real guru, for God's sake. You become an instant hypocrite. See? So their power is so diminished. This is the greatest sacrifice on this planet. This is the hope for the world, really, truly. Yeah, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, getting together, having Hari Katha, chanting the holy names in ecstatic love and prema. Greatest sacrifice to Krishna. It purifies. Even Lord Chaitanya said that the ecstatic devotees purify the whole universe, much less this world. That's our contribution in all of this. People are sometimes fighting them. They're fighting each other. Okay, fine. Now you're empowered to fight each other. Well, we're empowered to bring the path of prema devotion, the gift of Lord Chaitanya to this world, revived again, to really deliver people, give them real assurance of deliverance, where you experience that awakening in yourself. That's your liberation. Liberated feelings, man. Liberated mindset. Go ahead, River.
Okay. Just the last few words. Who had performed 100 such sacrifices. Lord Sri Krishna then prepared for his departure.
See, 100 sacrifices. See, they did it over and over again, over and over again. This sacrifice, see, that one comes to an end. How many horses can you want to sit there and sacrifice these horses? After a while, you get a little bored, This sacrifice so special, man. This is really close to the Lord's heart. You think he's really that interested in the horse sacrifices? That's okay, but that gets people on the track, But this sacrifice is very dear to Lord Chaitanya. What we do here is very dear. See, it brings us very close to the Lord. And this is so juicy that both the Lord and the Lord's devotees, they just want to do this forever, to discuss the confidential nature of the absolute truth. to chant the holy names and relish the ecstasy of this communing with God, with Krishna. Oh, the best sacrifice. And this is one we just, 100 times ain't enough. 1,000 times ain't enough. 1,000,000 times ain't enough. But do this on forever. Is always ever fresh and ever freshening. You want to freshen up? Don't go to the toilet. Come here. Don't go to the beauty parlor. You want to freshen up? You want to look more beautiful? Come here. You want more power in the world? Klaus Schwab? Come here. You'll get the power to speak life into people. You have the power of immortality in your hands. Not only will you be immortal, you make people immortal. You have the power to make useless eaters in your eyes very what do you call it? Contributing citizens in the world, contributing things that most people can't contribute. Contribute to their deliverance. Yeah, man, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. It's always kind of like that. Go ahead.
Okay. Lord Sri Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited the sons of Pandu. After having been worshipped by the Brahmanas, headed by Srila Vasudev, the Lord also reciprocated in greetings. As soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwarka, he saw Uttahari hurrying towards him in fear.
Yeah, how the Lord reciprocates in greetings is interesting too. See, the Lord, he reciprocates. This is his nature. He reciprocated with the Brahmin, shaking his hand probably. Not embracing. No, Brahmin would never think. No, or in reverence more, just, maybe he paid obeisances to the Lord, and he gave him respect, a handshake or something. See, more distance. See, so the Lord reciprocates. So here we're helping others get into a deeper reciprocation with the Lord. See, here you reciprocate with your heart. Your loving feelings towards the Lord. That's your paraphernalia now. See, that's your way of worship. See, this loving exchange of mellows. See, is the way of reciprocation now. And that's more satisfying to the Lord and to the devotees here. That's why you say, that's a witness. Yeah, this is really wonderful to worship God like this. Yeah, go ahead there, River.
As soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwarka, he saw Uttahari hurrying towards him in fear. Uttahari said, "O Lord of Lords, Lord of the universe, you're the greatest of mystics. Please protect me. Protect me, for there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality."
You see how that puts everybody ultimately back to God. Even like Draupadi, I was telling one devotee here the other day. Well, it looks like I can't help you. My hands are just like the. Let's use it. See, everything's in the book. See, Uttari also had nobody could really help her except the Lord Himself. And that's what sometimes we need to really turn with all we have. Like Ajamil, he just. No, he didn't even do it. He turned to his son. That's okay. But turn to the Lord, to help us, because we need it. And yeah, in these kind of situations, and when we do that, we start to get reciprocation. Uh, Queen Kunti was like that. She would always have problems and just turn her full attention to the Lord, and then we get that reciprocation. We do that here, but we don't have to be in distress to do that. This because of Lord Caitanya giving us such powerful grace. You just turn your full attention to the Lord when you're chanting, and you'll see the Lord will reciprocate. He'll come really close. I mean, that's what I do. It works really good. Full attention, you'll see. Um, if you're spaced out and you're thinking about this and about that, well, your experience won't be that deep. But the more you do this, the more you practice being attentive in your chanting the Lord's names, and the eagerness will come, the communion will come, and that ever fresh experience will come more and more. Yeah. I think I want to stop for a while. Let's see what's going on here. Well, go ahead and read a little bit. I'm going to kind of move around a little bit, but I'll be listening. Okay.
Raj, does Tom want to read?
Oh, do you want to read a little bit, Tom? Yeah, let him read. I'll be listening. I'll be around. I got to go to the bathroom stuff.
Text
Srimad,
9.
yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. It's chapter 8. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Okay. Uttara said, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Wow. Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Srila Kalidas J. Uttara said,
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Tom. Carry on.
O Lord of Lords, Lord of the universe, you are the greatest of mystics. Please protect me, for there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. O my Lord, you are all-powerful. A fiery iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let it burn me personally, if you so desire. But please do not let it burn and abort my embryo. Please do me this favor, my Lord. Whoa. Sutta Goswami said, having patiently heard her words, Lord Sri Krishna, who was always very affectionate to his devotees, could at once understand that Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, had thrown the Brahmastra to finish the last life in the Pandava family. Wow. O foremost among the great thinkers, Munis, Shaunaka, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their 5 respective weapons.
Hey, Tom, why don't you read some Chaitanya Bhagavat?
Okay. Any chapter?
You and River decide.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Let's see. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Bhagavat is said, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. My book is open at page 591. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
That's chapter 2 of the Ancha Kunda.
Yes, yes.
Are you going to start from the beginning of the paragraph, the chapter?
I think we were somewhere at this. We left, so we can. I like to start at 590 in the middle. Okay.
Page 590 in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I did that. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. The Supreme Lord then embraced all the Vaishnavas individually and bathed them with his cascading tears of love. After so comforting them with his divine sweetness, he headed south. The Vaishnavas, touched by his love, wept piteously in separation, falling repeatedly to the ground with stunned hearts. Wow. The scene appeared the same as when Krishna was being taken to Mathura from Vrindavan. I can do the microphone maybe. Okay. The scene appeared the same as when Krishna was being taken to Mathura from Vrindavan, and all the young coward damsels were drowning in a vast ocean of sorrow. The Vaishnavas managed to contain their agony of separation from Sri Chaitanya in the same manner as the gopis, who went on with their lives whilst standing their broken hearts. Being composed of pure spiritual goodness, Vishuddha Sattva, the transcendental emotions shown in the pastimes of Sri Krishna and his associates are none different in spiritual quality from the emotions displayed in the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya and his devotees. They are of the same spiritual status and purely transcendental. Wow. Yeah, this quality, wow. One should always remember that the matter of life and death is entirely in the hands of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. He decides if one should live even after consuming poison, and he decides if one should die even after drinking the nectar of immortality. On this journey to Nilachala, Sri Gaurasundara was accompanied by Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Gadadhar Pandit, Sri Mukunda, Sri Govinda, Sri Jagannatha Pandit, and Sri Brahmananda. The Supreme Lord, wishing to test his followers, inquired, "Has anyone amongst you brought anything along for this journey? Tell me frankly." To this they replied, "My dear Lord, without your permission, which of us would dare to bring anything?" The Lord was greatly pleased at their reply. The Lord now spoke, delineating the import of this seemingly simple question. He said, you have made he very happy by not bringing anything with you. Everyone is liable to enjoy only what is destined to him. Wow. Everyone is liable to enjoy only what is destined to him, even if he is in the forest. That which is due to him through destiny will find him. Wow. Oh yes, now I remember this sentence. When it's sprinkled by his will, by the water of his will. Wow, sprinkled by the water of his will. Even if he is in the forest, that which is due to him through destiny will find him. If Providence wills that someone goes without food, then even if he is a prince, he will have to fast. The prince's larder may be filled with food, but the Lord also so wills it. But if the Lord so wills it, he cannot eat. He may suddenly get into a quarrel with someone and out of anger refuse to eat and remain sulking. He may also, without warning, be attacked by high fever, in which case there is no question of eating anything. This is all happening in truth by the Lord's sweet will. Yes, this is all happening in truth by the Lord's sweet will. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Yes, I feel we can wish for a lot of things, but if it's not blessed with the water of the Lord's will. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. It only happens when it's blessed by the Lord's will. The entire universe is Krishna's storehouse filled with grains and foodstuff. If the Lord so desires, we can get food anywhere and everywhere. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The Supreme Lord, as Sri Gaurasundara, was personally instructing everyone on the absolute truth and the correct attitude towards Krishna. Those who accept his word with faith. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Those who accept his word with faith, taking them into their hearts, experience immense joy. The efforts of the soul, the jiva, will never bear fruit unless the Supreme Lord sanctions them. One may try very carefully to do something, but the result of the endeavor depends entirely on the Lord's will. Teaching the devotees spiritual knowledge and discussing the entire way, Sri Gaurasundara's party arrived in the village of Atisara. A very advanced scholar and pure devotee, Sri Ananta Pandit, lived in this village. The Lord decided to sojourn in his residence. I am unable to describe the extent of his good fortune. Sri Ananta Pandit was an extremely magnanimous and saintly soul. The Lord's presence in his home made him so jubilant that he became oblivious to his external surroundings. Wow, this is exactly how it works, yes. Oh my God. The Lord's presence in his home, made him so jubilant that he became oblivious to his external surroundings. Joyful that the Lord and Master of Vaikuntha had arrived in his own home as a guest, he happily busied himself to prepare fine foodstuffs for the Lord and his devotees. Sri Gaurasundara and his followers sat down and honored the cooked prasadam. In this way, the Lord was instructing everyone how to lead the ideal mendicant life of a sannyasi by subsisting upon alms. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. How to lead the ideal mendicant life of a sannyasi by subsisting upon alms. Throughout the night, the Lord made kirtana and spoke Krishna Katha, thus blessing Sri Ananta Pandit's home. Next morning, after blessing Ananta Pandit with his merciful glance, the Lord proceeded upon his journey with Krishna's name constantly vibrating on his lips. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When the villagers saw the Lord's compassionate moon-like face, which was a soothing balm for all tribulations, they spontaneously began to repeat the Lord's holy name. The unbearable heat of material existence, scorching their lives, subsided as they continuously chanted the holy names of Krishna. Wow, Hari Hari. Hari Hari. Wow. Yes. This is when all the anarthas dissolve into the background. Yes. Yogis steeped in long, arduous meditation find it practically impossible to attain darshan of the Lord's lotus feet within their hearts. Yet now even ordinary persons could freely see the unlimited beauty of the Lord as he went upon his journey. Wow. Wow. Yes. So he's available, yes.
Does Ranga want to read?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I could not see his face
okay.
because of the private chat spot popping up.
It's okay. Ranga, can you hear me? You can. Was you able to press that link that Karuna put up called Vedabase? Was you able? If you click that, can you click it now?
Where is it?
You know, in the private chat at the bottom, it says private chat.
Right.
If you scroll up backwards, you'll find rangatryvedabase.io.
Yeah, I've done it.
Has it come up?
Yeah.
Well, choose something on there from the Gita or the Chaitanya Charitamrita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. Choose something from there to read. Can you do that now? If you choose a book.
Yeah.
Which one have you chosen?
Chapter 6 of the Ananta Lila.
In the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
With the ropes of his causeless mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu employed a trick to deliver Raghunath Das Goswami from the blind well of contemptible family life. He made Raghunath Das Goswami one of his personal associates, placed him under the charge of Sarup Damodar Goswami. I offer my obeisances into him. Text 2. All glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glory to Lord Nityananda, all glory to Sri Advaita Acharya, all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text 3. Thus Lord Gaurachandra performed various pastimes with his associates at Jagannath Puri in varieties of transcendental pleasure.
Ranga.
Hello.
Ranga, would you be able to slow down a little bit, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Text 3. I don't know what's funny about that, but it's funny. The Lord Gaurachandra performed various pastimes with his associates at Jagannath Puri in varieties of transcendental pleasure. Text 4. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt pangs of separation from Krishna, he did not manifest his feelings externally, for he feared the unhappiness of his devotees. Do you want me to comment on these?
If you want to, yeah.
Which just goes to show you that the actual wonder of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually Krishna himself. But he didn't want to manifest his feelings externally, for he feared the unhappiness of his devotees. So he wanted to save his devotees from having any I can't think of the word, but he wanted to save his devotees from being unhappy by hearing his pastimes. So it just shows, if we are born we're born from Krishna, which we are, or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we will have the same sort of love for everyone in this world. And it's just a question of finding out where that love resides in you. If you find out where it resides in you, you can bring it up to the surface. And then when you're going out and you're cursing everybody all the time, you're going to feel bad about it, because you're not actually cursing anybody. You're cursing yourself by doing this. You're not showing your true character. Your true character is, of course, love. And this is the whole of my life is about. It's about love. It's about finding love and acting on love and being in love and loving everybody. If I love everybody, I'm going to be happy. Well, I am happy. I'm really happy. I don't look very happy, but I'm very happy because I'm doing what Krishna wants me to do, doing what Lord Caitanya wants me to do. I'm actually in tune with my fellow sufferers. And if I get down on Vaidhi Bhaktis or the Karmis or anything, I'm going to feel awful about it, because being down on them is not giving them enough respect. So if I'm down on them and I don't correct them in any way, I'm not doing my job. I'm not being Krishna conscious. I'm not doing what Krishna wants me to do. So for everybody, there's everybody in this world, everything in this world, every living thing in this world is Krishna consciousness. It's Krishna conscious. And if you just attack it at the point where it is Krishna conscious, this goes for a plant or a fish or an animal or a bird or a human being or whatever. If you attack it at its Krishna consciousness and put a what they call those things that you go climbing with, those we're going gaps, and you knock them in, and it holds a rope on. If you put one of those things in the gap and just pull it apart a bit by saying Krishna conscious things. I mean, obviously the guy who you said it to or the girl you said it to are not going to believe you at first, and they'll go,
That's a great.
Get so why coming out because he's not wanted there in the first place. Inside the core of Krishna consciousness, and he's pushing on this stuff. He's pushing it out, and as soon as they realize this, and they want this thing from you, or they want this thing from Krishna, it's got to come out. And all you got to do is just turn the key a little bit, give them a little bit of Krishna consciousness. I mean, it looks like you're not doing anything, but you are in fact doing something. You got the gap on it, and you're just getting the pickaxe in it and opening up the hole so that this Krishna consciousness can flow into the heart, and then can flow out, push out all these anarthas and things that we've got built up in our bodies over millions of years. We push them out very, very, very quickly. Very, very quickly, actually. If I think that my body's been down here for millions of years and it's been in all these anarthas and everything else, and think about the last 60 years or so, down on this planet, and which is nothing, and most of them have been thrown away. I've got some, obviously, some anarthas in my body. I hope I haven't got a lot, because they don't have hurt when I realise what they are and get rid of them. But it's easy. It's like a if you imagine if you go to an old castle and it's got an old dungeon in the ground, and the door or the windows haven't been opened for 4 million years. So all you got to do is open the door. All you got to do is open the door, and the light goes in, and that's it. It becomes illuminated. This is the same with Krishna consciousness. As soon as you get a click in the door and wedge open that little bit of space, the light comes in. The light of Krishna consciousness illuminates the whole heart, which will then illuminate the body, and all this badness and these bad thoughts that you have will just be blown out eventually. It may seem like a long time, but it's not. Just a question of a few small little years that are happening to us, and it's nothing that's going to keep forever. So the blackest demon or the devil or whatever it is will be, as soon as you get the axe in him and pull it open, the smallest, tiniest little bit the 1 millimeter account, it'd be illuminate his whole body. It's bound to illuminate it. And this is the goodness of Krishna. This is the goodness of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. He's coming down and giving us this, just pouring it on us. And he's inundated the whole world in this bhakti which is splashing around. And the people who are holding on to this whole thing like Varnashram Dham and all these Varnashram systems, which is all right, but it's very, very, it's like giving a cancer patient aspirin. The aspirin will cure a little bit of it. It'll start a little bit of goodness going, but that's it. It's a little bit. So you got to go on with this aspirin for donkey's years before it gets down to the bottom of the problem. But Krishna consciousness, letting that tiny little bit, that atomic part, will automatically open up the body to new experiences, and these new experiences will go from here, round here, and go round and round and round and round, and eventually they're going to work out for the best possible reason. For the best possible reason, and the best possible reason is to make you Krishna consciousness, which will make you happy. And I can't think of a better reason. Better, 2 reasons there to make you happy and make you Krishna conscious. And that's good. And when you learn when you understand what Krishna consciousness is about, it's not about a set of rules and regulations. It's about the finer things that you are, and how you adapt to people and how you treat people, etc. And you give them that little tiny bit that they need, and then Krishna will do the rest. It does it all anyway. But if you give them a little bit of something to think about, and they shout at you and say, "You're stupid, you're an idiot, you're a nutcase," you've done it. You don't have to go back there, because they've done it. This way, going through the minds, through the heart, through the body, through the mind, and eventually it'll come out in Krishna consciousness. You can't give somebody Krishna consciousness now unless you happen to be a part of Guru Hari's movement. That's the only way you can do it. You can't do it yourself. You've got to take from Guru Hari the goodness that is feeding into your body, into that crack that we've opened up into that body, and we open it up wider and wider and wider. We're just going on as being something, superb, and it feels so good. Since I became Krishna consciousness, my whole life has changed immeasurably. It's changed because the things that I used to like doing, I don't like doing anymore, and I'd rather not do them. I'd rather not do them. I still watch Netflix on the computer and stuff, and a few people have said to me, "What are you watching Netflix for?" Well, I watch Netflix, but I see Krishna in all the things I see. I see him everywhere I go. I see him there. He's in my kitchen now. He's out in my garden. He's playing. He's the birds that are flying down. He's everything. I've got Guru Hari Das stuck on the desk on my side of my fridge. His picture stood there, so I've got everything on. I've got everything here, and I'm not sure of anything. I'm 70. How old am I? 74-year-old man who's in. It's got a little bit of brain damage, but I'm content with what I've got. and I'm just wanting to get back to Krishna. I don't say back. I mean to get to Krishna. It depends on what you read, what you can understand from that. But just to get back to Krishna is something that I want more than anything now these days. You know, I'm not even friends with my kids or my ex-wives or anything like that anymore. You know,
Hey Ranga,
Yeah?
you're actually a really great example for somebody who was walking this path and then just got waylaid, just got a bit covered again. And as soon as you was able to be introduced to it again, your covering's been lifted. You know, your spirituality had not gone at all. It's been revived again so quickly, because you've come back here. You've come back here and you've been, you know, that feeling, that attraction actually for Krishna has been awoken in you again. It's a really great example actually how quickly it's just happened with you. So it just shows that anybody who, you know, comes here and receives the potency, the mercy, it's always there. It's always there. And if we go away, you know, it kind of gets covered up. It kind of gets we kind of use all the energy, the mercy that we have, and we get dried out. And you did get dried out in that way, but now you've come back. Lolita's been able to help you, and you've been able to come back so quickly, and you're so enthusiastic like you was when you was before as well, if not more now, if not more as well. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, I can see the parallels with what you say are happen to be true. Because I feel so much. I've got so much invested now in Krishna consciousness, whereas before I had it was for me, but now it's for Krishna completely for Krishna, and because it's completely for Krishna, I'm getting things back, which he's probably enjoying himself, thinking, "Oh, I've got what's my name, Ranga back." You know, I've had so many names I can't remember which one I am, but I've got Ranga back now, and so I'm happy about it. He's happy about it. I can tell he's happy about it because I'm happy as well. You know, and if I'm happy about it, I think that Krishna must be happy about it as well. So thank you very much for saying that for me.
Ranga, so what's the next verse?
Which one have I just read?
Yeah, what's the next one?
I don't know which one have I just read.
Well, why don't you carry on from where you started? Well, anywhere you want. Started at the beginning. Sorry.
I don't know where I was.
Ranga style. Perfect. Yeah. But where was I?
I didn't know you were still here, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, I was listening.
Oh, you're listening.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's. I have to get going here. I got some stuff to do, and
Okay.
yeah, we'll be back. Just keep posted to the thing. I'll be back a little bit later today too, and maybe you guys will have some classes. Ranga just did something earlier, I heard. And, so
Ranga just did what?
you did something earlier too, I think.
Yeah, I did something earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
And I came off because you were on.
Yeah. This is the time I usually go on. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for coming.